Hey, what's up you guys? I'm out here just on a quick ride because I'm doing a little bit of testing. There's been a really weird noise coming from my bottom bracket. I think it's my bottom bracket. It could be, I thought it was the motor at first. I don't think it's the motor anymore. I think something is rubbing. I only hear it when I'm pedaling. I think the chain might be rubbing up against something and I'm trying to figure it out. So I'm gonna bring you guys along, but I wanted to get kind of this sound on camera. I can hear it right now. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Well, I stopped pedaling, but I'm about to start pedaling up this hill, and I will try to get this sound on camera. Sounds nasty. It seems to be worse on the easier gears, so not quite sure what it is. When I shift down, I can still hear it a little bit, but not as much. So let's see if we can figure out what's making that noise. All right, so I'm still not sure what's causing it, but here's the things that I'm gonna try. I think one, it may just be dirty, have like, I don't know, pebbles or just dirt like down by the drive shaft, by the crankshaft, by the bottom bracket. So I'm going to put some bike cleaner on there and wash it off. It could be that I need to adjust the chain guide. Perhaps like the gap between the derailleur and the cassette could be off. So I have a little tool to check that. And then the derailleur itself could be a little bit bent. So I'm gonna check the alignment on that. I will grease up the chain as well, and then we'll see how it does.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything.
I just want to hit it lightly. I don't want to get any water up into the components or past any seals. There's like this adjuster screw here, but I'm not really sure what it does. And then this slides up and down.
And a forced reality. Why can't you just let...
Okay, you guys check this out. So as I was fiddling with the chain guide thing, I noticed that this, I don't know if you could see it that well, but there's a hole right here where the tip of my finger is, and the bolt that's in there, like I could tell that it was really kind of sunken in there. So on the other side of it, there's this thing. And you see how it's sticking out? It's not supposed to be sticking out like that. I started screwing it in. Oh, wrong one. So yeah, I started screwing this in and seeing what would happen, and it's actually tightening, so it's like going into the frame. I think this is supposed to be flush. That, my friends, would have sucked. If this would have come loose while riding, like it holds basically the rear triangle, the bottom part of the rear triangle to the frame. So that would have sucked. So add another thing to the list. Bolt check, everything. Lesson learned. Don't go taking stuff apart just willy-nilly, because this thing is made up of like 10 different pieces, and it was a pain in the butt to get it all back together, figure it all out. But I guess it is good to know how it all works. Okay, I'm just kind of guessing right now. I may have to adjust this more. If this wasn't rubbing before, it could be rubbing now, and may have created more of a problem, but I think no, I feel like this is rubbing. Okay, It took a lot of fine tuning, but I think I've got it now. So this screw right here basically allows you to adjust the position of the chain guide side to side, like closer to the frame or out away from the frame, and then you tighten up this bolt, and wherever you set this at, it'll just stay once you tighten this bolt up. And then this bolt also allows you to move the position of this thing up or down on this back bracket. So I got it right now to where it's pretty good. I'm on the highest gear, so that's where I was hearing most of the sound. So this part, at least, I think I've eliminated as the possible culprit. It's pretty late right now, and we're gonna be riding tomorrow, and I'm gonna need this bike. So I tightened up actually all the bolts here in all the linkage area and down here as well. So it should be good for tomorrow. And then I will check the rest of the stuff next time. I will lube the chain today and then check the D-gap, just because that's so easy to do. I think this is called the D-gap, something gap. But it's basically you adjust one of the screws, I think it's this one right here, and it adjusts the distance between your top jockey wheel and the bottom of your cassette. And that should be a certain distance, so that when you're shifting into this highest gear, you have plenty of space between your jockey wheel and the cassette. That way it's not grinding or squishing the chain. So this is the tool that I was talking about to measure that gap. These come, like when you buy a drivetrain, or even just a cassette, I believe, and you want to keep them because they're really handy. You essentially just line this up with your jockey wheel, and you'll notice this has like teeth on it, kind of like indented on there, printed on there. And so you just line those up with the teeth of your jockey wheel, and then the top part also has like an image of the bottom portion of your cassette, and you line that up. You put this in place right here on your jockey wheel, and then you want to tighten that screw, the screw that I was talking about, this one, tighten or loosen it, so that you'll start to see the jockey wheel either move up closer to the cassette or down away from the cassette, and you just adjust it until the teeth match up with what's printed on here, and that's it. This is all lined up now. The bottom teeth are lined up with the teeth that are printed on this little tool, and then this is harder to see, but up in there, the teeth of the biggest gear are lined up with the teeth on the tool as well. So that's when you know you've got the right distance. Hey you guys, so it's the next day, and we actually went on a ride this morning, and my buddy Jerry, who was our photographer for that ride, he rode the e-bike, and I noticed that there was no more noise coming from the drivetrain. So I think that whatever we did yesterday took care of the problem. So I'm just going to do a quick little climb here to put the chain a little bit under stress to make sure that we don't hear that nasty sound anymore. But yeah, I think it did it. So just to recap, yesterday what we did was clean everything, number one, and then we adjusted the chain guide, and then we adjusted that gap between the cassette and the jockey wheel, and I think that did it. So check this out. So I was just climbing, putting some pedal down, and it's gone. So happy day, took care of it. All right, I guess that's it then. Quick little maintenance video. If you guys have an e-bike and you're hearing just some nasty grinding noises coming down from your bottom bracket area as you're riding, it may not be your motor. Like I said, at first I thought my motor was failing, but it might just take a little bit of TLC. Make sure that you clean everything with a bike purpose wash solution, and then check to see your chain guide. Make sure that that's not rubbing on your chain, And also, you know, make sure that your derailleur is nice and straight. I did look at the derailleur last night. I didn't do any adjustments other than that gap, but make sure that gap is where it needs to be. That is really, really important, especially when you're shifting up to the highest gear. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Keep your bikes running nice and smooth. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.